Hi everyone, my name is Isabel. I am a cloud support engineer with AWS Support Engineering. In this video, I'm going to give you a practical demo about how to make the best use of WLM queue assignment rule with AWS Redshift and assign queries to its respective user group and query group to make the best use of your Redshift resources. Let's check out. So first, go to your Amazon Redshift console and then click on the left-hand side panel where you can find configurations, workload management, and you can create new parameter groups or you can use your default parameter groups. For example, if I have a very critical ETL job, I can create a user group called super user and then assign some critical users that will regularly run this job into this user group and set higher query priority. And then I can create a query group called ETL and then increase its concurrency capacity or increase its query priority. And then I can do those ETL jobs in this query group. The same rule applies to ad hoc query as well. Next, I'm going to take you to my Redshift console to do a practical demo. So let's start it. So the commands to set query group is set query group to a certain label. So if you were query like STLWN query list system table, the attribute is showing label, which just means that the query group that you have assigned. So let's do this. Because I already created a table event previously, so let me create another one, called it event-1. So I'm going to set the query group to default. So you can see we have the query ID, we have the process ID, and the substring is actually telling me that what the query tags was doing and then what this command is doing. So you can see the label is in the default queue. So that's great. And just to understand that the elapse is actually calculated in the microseconds. So you can also check like how much time this query has been running. And then right now I'm going to run the ETL job with ETL queue. So let me create a group with super user, and I'm going to add the user which I'm currently logging with, which is AWS user, to this group. So let me do this. Oh, oops. Yeah, I already created this groups. So I'm going to create a group super user 2, or I guess, yeah, because I already did a configuration. So just so you know that I already run this commands previously. So let's right now just do set a query group to ETL and then insert into this event table, which is event_1. So let's do this. Okay, now it got succeeded. And then next we can check PG user, this system table, to see what users actually get the super user permission. Let's do this. Okay, so you can see this RDSDB, which is AWS managed account. And then now this AWS user is my account. And then it's under system ID 100, which means that I'm under AutoWLM. And then next, check if a query will run with ETL query group. So let's do this. Again, it's still the system table SVL_QLog. So now you can see I got a pile of query IDs and process IDs. And then you can see the label is under ETL. That's successful. And now next is I'm going to check what the query slot actually allocated to this query. And then I'm going to check if I can see more details about WLM configurations. So the system table that is going to come into play is STL_WLM_query. So this is a critical system table if you want to check more details about WLM configurations. So this query ID is 678. So let's get this one. So here you can see the user ID is 100, which means I'm running under AutoWLM. The XID is transaction ID, and then the tax ID and the query. And then I get the service class 100, means it's AutoWLM. And then you can see, yeah, this is a little bit funky. So you can see the slot count. This slide bar is a little bit hard to manage. Yeah, you can see the slot count is actually 1. And then you can see the query priority is high. And then service name, where is it? Service name is actually showing ETLQ. So for example, I can do service class name. So I can do service class name. So you can see it's running a little bit slow. So yeah,